So an angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. 就是只要在一个三角形里面，你其中的一条斜边是它的 diameter， 那这个三角形的角肯定是一个90度。Correct, everybody? Okay, so we have mentioned it before, but this time we just say it again. And again, everybody, if you connected AO, this is the isosceles triangle. This is also isosceles triangle. Correct, everybody? Understand? Okay, so now let's take a look at principle 2. Diameter principle. A diameter perpendicular to a chord bisects the chord and its arc. If AB is the diameter of the circle and AB perpendicular to CD. Okay? 这里有一条直角，对不对？然后呢，有一条直径。那么 CD 是垂直于 AB 的，在这个 E 上面，对不对？ Okay, so we know CE also equals ED. Get it? Okay, and everybody, if you connected OC and OD, it is a isosceles triangle again. Get it? Okay, I got it, Iwan. You cannot hear me? Everybody, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. It's Iwan's Wi-Fi. Iwan, I'm sorry. So if you don't hear me very properly, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it, but maybe we can log out and log in. I don't know. Okay, so principle 3, tangent principle. Okay, so this is a very important. A tangent is a perpendicular line to the radius down to the point of contact. So AB is tangent to the circle O at P. If you draw OP, OP is perpendicular to AB. 什么叫 tangent？ 我们以后学到 AP 的时候，大家就知道啊。如果用中文的话是切线，对不对？ That means AB will have connected with circle O, but with only one point. AB 和 O 相交的点只有一个点，这个就是 P。那这个时候 Austin 说了，那什么时候会有多呢？你看像这样子就有2个点，对不对？像这样子就有2个点。但是当它是 tangent 的时候 ，AB 和 circle O only have one point attached to each other. Understand? Okay, so let's take a look at principle 4. So tangent principle is also another one is tangent is to the circle from an outside point are congruent. Okay? AP, PB 和 AP 是相等的，角1和角2也是相等的。那我想问大家一下 ，PBO 和 PAO 是什么关系啊？三角形。What is the relationship between this triangle and this triangle?
相等。
对的。They're totally equals to each other. They're not similar. They're equals to each other. Okay. If two chords intersect with a circle, the products of the length of the segments of one chord equal to the product of the length of the segment of the other. So PA times PB. This is very important. Okay. PA times PB equals PC times PD. Why it is like that? You can simply do it with the similar triangle because these two are single, the same. We just take a look, okay?这两条线是不是相交的，对不对 ？OK， 那我们知道，因为角 APC 和角 DPC is the same, right? So this triangle and this triangle will be similar to each other. So that's why AP to PD, AP to PD equals AC to PB. So that's why 交叉相乘. So AB times PB equals PC times PB. Understood? So you don't have to prove it, okay? When you are in the test, everybody, you can directly use it. 可以直接用. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Principle 6, PowerPoint formula. So if we have this one, 这个我们以前学过一次啊，是不是这样子的，对不对？ So PA times PB equals PC times PD. And when you want to use it, it's actually still using the similar triangles to prove it right. Okay, this triangle and this bigger one, they're similar to each other. So that's why we're having AP to DP equals PB EC to PB. So that's why you times them together, they're equals to G. 要记住啊 ，OK， 小朋友们，可以在自己的本子上稍微画一画 ，OK。So point power of point formula. So PC square. 那这个 PC 是什么？是 tangent to circle O，and PAB 是直接敲诈 intersect with the circle O with A and B 2 points. So PC square equals PA times BB. Everybody take it.
它这里就是说，如果两条边都是就是 tangent 的话，那就是就一条是 tangent 的话，那就是平方；如果是它不是 tangent 的，而是有两个交点的话，那就是两个相乘。
对，很好。对，我们需要这样自己总结一下，对不对？
不是那个。
对，这样子你就比较好记住了。每个小朋友自己画一下啊。因为我觉得你自己画一下可能会比较容易记住。那个 Austin， 你刚才那道题目也用 similar triangle 做，因为那两个是90度的，然后另外一个角和它另外和那个和它跟另外一个直角 form 的那个角是 similar 的，所以说应该用 similar triangle 来。
这个 PDF 你能先发群里吗？不然的话，要是讲太快就看不到。
OK。怎么只发了1页？你们能看到吗？我发在群里了。
不就一页？
对，我现在发。现在能看到吗？应该后面都能看到。
怎么发两？
不对，又发错了。
嗯，
我用照片发吧，好吧？可能用照片还快点。好，能看到吗？
可以看到。
可以看到了。OK，好。玲玲，我发给你啊。
好。
Okay, so everybody, let's take a look at this one, okay? So, like Austin said, if you have a line that is tangent to one, so it's the squared and times APA times BAP. And if they're not tangent, so you just do like every single line, PA times PB equals PC times PD, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the next formula. Is given a sector of circle where L is the length of the arc and A is the area of the sector. So L equals 2 pi r times theta divided by 360. Okay, so we're talking about we're talking about this one, this guy. Okay, when we're talking about the area, it's pi times r times theta divided by 360. 这个不用说了啊，这是一个 sector 的问题。So let's take a look at number formula 2. The formula on the right shows that the triangle ABC and its inscribed circle O of the radius R. Okay, so this one is very important, very useful. So triangle ABC, the area, the S times R. Do you still remember what is S? S equals exactly the half of the triangle's perimeter. OK， 当然，如果你有一个三角形，在这个三角形里面呢，有一个圆藏在里面，对不对？ So in order to find out the area of the triangle, all you need to do is just to using S times R. If you know the radius and if you know each of the line of this triangle, S equals half of A plus B plus C. For equilateral triangle, so what is equilateral triangle? Each line is the same, so triangle ABC equals 什么？
不好意思，这是 Formula 2所说的ABC 的三角形 ABC 的面积是 S 乘2，其中 S 是 CB BA CA 的一半，对吧？
对。
那面积除以那个 S 就是里面的那个 R 是吧？
对。
然后 R 是圆的半径。
对。
好，谢谢。
Okay. Yeah, but this circle must inscribe into this triangle, okay? If it is not inscribed, that this formula is not working. And everybody, let me just tell you, so when we're talking about the inscribed, that means if I'm doing this one, I'm doing this one, I'm doing this one, they're all perpendicular to each of the line, correct, everybody? This is based on the earlier formula we're talking about. 对不对？在前面我们说过，如果这条线，什么叫 inscribe？inscribe 就是这个圆形的这三角形只有3个点相交，那也就是说 BC 是 tangent to A 的，对不对？BAB 也是 tangent to C 的，那 AC 也是 tangent to B 的，也就是说我用圆心在上面做半径，这每一条半径都是跟它们什么垂直的。Correct? Understand, everybody? Okay.
那阿姨要是这样的话，从 C 连线到那个圆心，C 连线到那个圆心，其中三角形 CB 和那个圆心是全等于 C 圆心，然后
对，很好，这个我们刚才也用到了。So when we use it earlier, we use another one. It's also this one. Very good. Okay, so when we're talking about the equilateral triangle, so SABC, when we're talking about the equilateral triangle, we need to do an equilateral triangle, right? So each of the lines is the same. So this area is all equals 1/4 times A squared times square root 3. And the radius equals, what is the radius? Radius is like inscribe a circle inside it. So the radius 1/6 A times square root 3. Okay, so this one is very important. A lot of questions is based on this one. So now we move forward. The figure to the right shows that the triangle ABC and its circumcircle. So what does it mean? Before 是一个圆形在一个三角形里面，对不对？这次反过来了，是一个三角形在圆的里面。Okay? We know triangle ABC is having the area of A times B times C divided by 4R. R is the center, sorry, R is the radius of the circle. And for the equilateral triangle, this radius could be simply rewrite it as r equals 1 over 3 times a times square root. You don't have to prove it how to use how to get the formula. All of the question, all the formulas right now, you can directly use it.
那
Understand
就
everyone?
那外面这个就是圆，就是里面的那个圆的2倍，就差等半径。
对，我刚刚要说，如果 very good, Austin. I just want to talk about it, okay? So you can find out if inside I inscribe another another circle. So you can basically using everything before. Get it? So you have everything earlier, so you can just think about this one. So they have a relationship like Austin said. So let's take a look at the formula 4. So if triangle ABC is a right triangle, then the radius of the inscribed circle can be calculated by the radius equals AC plus BC minus AB and divided by 2. But everybody, this is only true when this triangle ABC is a right triangle. Also, this circle must be inscribed. Okay, Isaac? If the circle 是在中间凌空的就不行了. Okay, must be inscribed. So when we're talking about inscribed, that means this circle is only have 3 points touched by this triangle. Got it? And each radius is perpendicular to them. And the radius also equals AC times AB divided by A plus AB plus BC plus AC.不要求 prove 啊，不要求 prove. We don't have to prove it. So everybody, as long as you can remember the things, that is fine. Okay. So now let's take a look at this one. Sorry, my scanner is really bad. So we have 这个其实就是一个直角三角形. Okay, so there's a 直角三角形. So for every single 直角三角形, you can make a what? You can make a half circle. Okay, so this is S1, this is S2, this is S3. So why they're having the relationship between each other is because, you know, they are right, their diameter is actually the 3 sides of a right triangle, understand? And this is A, this is B, this is C. And because of the Gobu Dingli, so A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So C is the diameter of S1. So that's why half C is actually the radius of this S1. So basically it's a half C squared times pi divided by 2 equals S1, right? So if you can just write on S1, S2, S3, you're going to find out it's actually related to A, B, and C. So you can find out the relationship is S2 over S1 equals B over C squared. Okay, I don't know if you still remember June, like the AMC8, this year's question, the last one is actually the same thing, okay? So when you're finding out, it's not a circle, but they're talking about if you're having 2 triangles, they're similar to each other. So the area is actually the size of the ratio square. Correct, everybody? So for instance, I just shortly just to describe this one. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 3, this is 4, because these 2 triangles are similar to each other. So the ratio of the area is actually 9 to 16, for a smaller one and bigger one. Correct?
Can I talk? 就是这里面的半圆它的面积的比例和这个它所对应的边儿的比例是一样的，是吧？
你要算嘛，你看我写出来一个了嘛，所以 S1 是不是就等于 C squared over 4 pi, right? Sorry, 8 pi. So S2 is B squared over 8 pi, right? So S2 over S1 basically just a B over C squared. Right, so they're actually not related to pi anything because they're just gone. So you just know that because S2 is based on B, S1 is based on C, so S2 over S1 is exactly just the line squared ratio. Okay, so actually for every single portion's ratio of their area is always like the line of their square of the line is the ratio of the area of this both 2 areas. So we have this one is S2 plus S3 equals S1. So because b squared plus a squared equals c squared, so that's why s1 plus s2 actually equals s1. This one you can directly use it as okay, and this part I think is very easy to prove because you basically know what is a, what is what is s1, and what is s2, and what is s3, and replaced by a and b and c, and plus c squared a squared plus b squared. So that's why it's very easy to prove that, but we don't have to again. So everybody can just directly using your formula. So last one. Draw the semicircle along the sides of the right triangle. Use the sides of the right triangles as a diameter. Okay, again, so this one is based on perpendicular, as triangles, and using the sides of the triangle as the radius of the semicircle. But the only thing is this time they're attached to each other, right? So basically still S1 equals S2 plus S3. S2 plus S3. Okay, everybody still it must be a right triangle. Okay, so this is very important. 因为去证明这个东西的基础其实还是勾股定理。如果没有 right triangle 就没有勾股定理，这个东西。
它那个 S1 和 S2是半圆的面积，还是说是那片区域的面积？
没有，这个是半圆的面积啊。你看，
它那边还标了个 S4、S5。
No。
哦，
对吧？S4、S5是这个他们这部分嘛？S4、S5是这部分，是那个阴影，就是重合的部分。好，所以我们现在来看一下题目。OK，Example one 很简单啊，看一下，这边有一个像北极星一样的东西。OK，and 10 feet by 12 feet floor is tiled with a square tile of 2 foot by 2 foot. OK。Each tile has a pattern consisting of 4 white quarter circles of a radius of 1 foot centered at each corner of the tile. The remaining portion of the tile is shaded. How many square feet of the floor are shaded? Okay, so let's take a look at this one.很简单，这道题。Okay, June, good job. Austin, June 比你做的快。你这种挑拨离间的人，我是一个挑拨离间的人。Austin 说我不想理你，你个坏老师。You're very bad. Austin, right? Good, Isaac, very good. OK， 我们看到这里有一个2 by 2的方块，对不对？好了，这个2 by 2的方块，我们知道它的半径，这个是1，这个是1，这个是1，这个是1，对不对？那1/4的这个半圆是不是加起来刚好一个圆？那这个圆的面积是不是就是派？ Right? So basically, the shaded area is 2 times 2 minus pi equals 4 times pi. And this whole entire floor is 12 times 10, so it's 120. So we need to 120 divided by 4 equals 30. So I know altogether something like that, there are 30 of them. So 30 times 4 minus pi equals 120 minus 30. That is the answer. Isaac 每次画完还给我来个什么小人啊 Okay, so let's take a look at number 2. Okay, so each of the small circles in the figure has a radius of 3. The innermost circle is tangent to the 6 circles that surround it, and each of those circles is tangent to the large circle and its small circle neighbors. What is the ratio of the area of the shaded region to the area of the unshaded region?
这给
先把
图了，
你可以自己画出来这个图。
下边给图了吗？
题目没有给图。 不是题目后来做题的时候给的。哦，可能也给了，应该是给了。谁弄我了？Isaac 是不是你？
我
那是不是你在旁边不让我画圆圈？
no
不是你吗？算了，我还是给你看吧。我这个图我实在不想画。等一下啊，让我偷懒一下。OK，好了，有图了。这我聪不聪明？我把答案遮住了。谁做完了？我看一下。对呀，Austin 做完了。Austin 检查一下啊，做得快，做错了就不好了。Isaac, good job. 做的比你做的慢，但是人家做对了。我能不能把这个？Austin 知道自己哪里错啊？有没有知道哪里错？OK，他说这个 radius 是3，对不对？这个 smallest 是3，对不对？那我问你这条线是多少？3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9, right?
9。
So what is the area of the circle? The bigger one is 81 pi, right? And so this is the total big circle, and we can just minus what? Minus 7 times 9 pi, right? So 81 pi minus 63 pi equals what? Equals the shaded area. Correct? So basically just 18 over, actually the ratio of the area shaded to the area of the unshaded. So we know shaded is 18 pi and unshaded is 63 pi. So answer is 2 over 7. So the answer is B. Austin 是不是算得太快，对不对？
Can I go to the washroom?
Huh?
Can I go to the washroom?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so everybody number 3. The graph. There's no graph. Okay, Joe? You're safe. 没有 graph. 我弄的稍微上面一点啊。
哎，题看不到。
我知道，你等我一下，等我一下。Austin 可着急了，Austin 以后肯定生女儿的，我跟你说。 说这种话到底有没有一点？
这个有图吗？
没有图。
我做对了吗？
说我是第一个教的。Austin 好像，然后 Austin 做对了之后 ，unfortunately，Austin 你终于做对了一题 ，Congratulations！
前面2个后面这些答案也都交了呀，
听错了呀。
但是比赛有 double check 的吗？
我摔了一刀铁的这种前面的题你会去 check。哎，玲玲，我把那个密码和那个房间号再发给你，你用电脑上吧，不然你用手机看看头晕死。
没事，不用。
不用啊，
是。
这样修改了没有？就
改了。
还不对，哎呀，完了。OK，Ivan，OK，我们看看啊，Peter 加油。所以你看，现在今天没有鹏鹏这个学渣给你们衬托，你看这个。
不回对了吗？
对了，终于对了。Okay, an arc of 65 degrees on a circle A has the same length as an arc of 55 on arc B. So in order to find out the length of an arc, we need to know the radius of each circle, right? So we just say the circle A has the radius A and the circle B has the radius B, correct? So how to find out the arc of the length is 65 over 360 times 2 times RA, correct? Okay, which is equals to 55 over 360 times 2 times RB. So basically 2 and 2 are gone, 60 is gone, 360, 60 gone. So we can just know that RA over RB equals what? Equals 65 and 55. So which is 11 over, ratio of the area, I'm sorry, yeah. So this one's 11 over 13, correct? Yes. Okay, so I just mentioned it earlier. When you have the ratio of the line is something like A to B, 那么它的面积的比就是什么？就是 A 的平方比上 B 的平方，是不是刚才有没有说过这种？对不对？我刚刚说过的，对吧 ？OK， 那这道题目就直接121 over 169好了。对，你是怎么这玩着命的躲开了所有的正确答
读
案？
错了，然后上完我先题读错了，我还嫌它是面积，然后完事呢我数又看错了。
肯定是我不好，字写的太小。Okay, so everybody, I hope you all understand this one. So I'm going to just block 一下，这样子的话你们看着比较舒服一点。因为我的这个笔又不是。老师你要说了，哎呀，老师看不见了，我给你移上来。OK， 好。Everybody，
这是题吗？
对啊，这题
导出答案的吗？
导出答案，
答案看见了，
不许看，
你把选择挡住了。
不是我挡的。啊，不是，我又怕那个图给你挡住了呀。好，那移出来，好了。Given that circle and the chord AB equals 10 centimeters and CD is perpendicular to bisect of AB, so CD equals 1. Find the area of the circle. 那这道题目要知道 area of circle， 我们记得这种题目第一件事情是什么？找圆心，对不对？好了啊，找好圆心就会做，对吧？ Okay, I have received Austin June. 给我写了一堆东西。OK， 这道题目非常简单啊。其实我们这个特别是 Isaac， 你应该会做的，因为 Isaac 这个题目你其实学过。OK， 你大概忘了啊，在 AMC8的课堂上面。我这点脑细胞都记这些乱八七糟的东西。OK， 我们知道这个 O， 我如果这个圆心是 O 的话 ，OB 是不是等于 OC 啊 ？Ryan, correct? Because they're all the right radius of the circle, right? So I know AB equals 10, and because D bisect of AB, so this one obviously is 5, right? And I don't know what it is, but I can just name it as X, and this is X, so obviously OD equals X minus 1. And because this is perpendicular, so OD is perpendicular to AB, so ODB is a right triangle. So that's why X squared equals 25 plus X minus 1 squared. Correct? So X squared equals 25 plus X squared plus 1 minus 2X. So X and X is gone. So 2X equals 6. So X equals 8. So because X equals 13, so the area will be X times pi. Get it, everybody? Okay, so this question is pretty easy. So we are going to number 5. So let's take a look at this one. Rick wished, I'm going to just make the top part white so I can just use them as my next question. Okay. So Rick wished to secure his dog within 10 feet. Isaac, this question is very useful for you, right? So Isaac wished to secure his dog, Tiger, within 10-foot rope to a square shed that is 20 feet on each side. His preliminary drawing are showing. What a word. OK， 它只有一个10米长的绳子，对不对？然后它要把这个狗拴在这个正方形的这个 square shed 是20 feet on each side, 20 by 20. Okay, what is the positive differences of area to room for the dog of this arrangement in square feet? 啊，已经又有人做完了。哦，艾文是做的前面的道题是吧？吓死我了！我以为我题目才刚已经把它做完。这道题目，我在好几次的一些这个项目都看到过，这个狗的运动范围是不是？因为它这个绳子如果拴在这里，这个狗的运动范围是不是就是这样的，小朋友 ？Correct？ 好，那我想问一下，狗是拴在这里呢，它的范围是什么？它的运动范围是不是这样子？
这题小学有。
就是这样子，对不对 ？OK， 小朋友们想一想啊。做完了是吧？有人 ？OK， 哦，跟狗有关系的题目 ，Isaac 做的可快了。哦 ，Peter 也做完了，很好。OK，very good。So 我们让 Isaac 来说一下这道题吧。
So you can just do like for the first one, work in Rome is like this the semicircle. For the second one, it includes a semicircle, but there's also that like quarter circle. And then so 10 minus 1 is 9. So that's the radius of the quarter circle. 9 squared is 81, so it's just 81 divided by 4. Pi.
Very good. Very good. OK， 这个题目反正跟狗有关的，我们就Isaac 做的特别快啊。Okay, so let's take a look at next one. Charlie looks completely around the boundary of a square whose sides are each is 10 kilometers long. From any point on her path, she can see exactly 2 kilometers horizontally in all directions. What is the area of the region consisting of all points Charlie can see during her walk, expressed in square kilometers and rounded to the nearest whole numbers?这个题也小时候做过的，我就直接给大家看了，这个题目比较简单，就是因为它其实就是一个因为它在这样圆的走嘛，所以它其实是用一个圆形 create 一个它是一个用一个圆形在一个方形的上面 create 的一个出来的一个这个东西，对吧？这个题目我记得好像有一年的 AMC8有一模一样的题目。这道题目不讲了，这道题目比较简单。So let's move forward to the tangent part, okay? So example 7, the 2 circles are shown have the same center. Chord AD is tangent to the inner circle at B. Okay, so what does it mean? That means if I'm doing C and doing a line, 做一条 radius, 这个 radius 是不是跟它垂直的，对不对？ Okay, find 这里应该有个 B 吧？这里应该有个 B， 它没有画啊。Find the shaded area if AD equals 24. 好像这道题目我们就直接说了，怎么样来做这个 shaded area？ 我一直都叫这个东西叫马桶圈啊，或者叫甜甜圈都可以，对不对？Donuts. So how to calculate donuts is actually the differences of the square of what? Of the radius, 对不对？ Okay, so basically just a pi times bigger R squared minus little r squared. 就等于这个，对吧？那 bigger R squared 和 bigger R squared 和这个 little r squared 有什么关系啊？它们的关系就是这个，对不对？ Because AC equals bigger R, BC equals little r, and AC squared plus equals BC squared plus AB squared. Correct? And because AD equals 24 and AB equals what? Exactly the half. So AB equals half, so 144. 好了，那我们来看144等于什么？ Exactly equals AC squared minus BC squared. And AC equals bigger R and BC equals little r. So bigger R minus little r equals 144. So this answer is 144. The answer is directly. Okay, so if we really want to find out each of the radius is what the bigger circle's radius or the small circle's radius, we actually don't have enough information to calculate it, but we can find out the square root of them. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So one side of the triangle, the one side of triangle is divided into the segment of the length 6 and 8 by the point of tangency of the inscribed circle. Okay, everybody, 当你看到这个东西的时候，马上回到前面的，对不对？一个三角形里面圈了一个圆，用什么？用这个公式，对不对？ Oh my god， 三角形
B 加 B 加 C。
Very good， 对不对？你们要把这个公式马上就 pop up 在你的脑子里面，对不对？好了。Get it, Isaac? Okay, so this is something I want you to, when we're doing the MC10, so it's something like you need to pop up into your mind immediately, okay? So basically this one is very easy. It's just using the formula and just to put the name. 这个我们就不讲了啊，就你知道它是怎么算的，它是用的什么公式就很容易了。好，我们来看一下这个 A circle passes through the 3 vertices of an isosceles triangle that has 2 sides of the length 6 and the base of length 4. What is the area of the circle? 这个等腰三角形，腰是6，然后边是4，对不对？底边是4，然后这个时候小朋友们要自己，这个题目它没有画图的啊。You need to learn how to just graph the question. Okay, so 一个圆里面有三角形，对不对？三角形是这样。That is, so everybody, you need to have the ability to find out this one. And when I talk about the circle, the most important thing is always what? The center of the circle. Do you understand, right, Iwan? Okay, always think about it, okay? 好，那如果你把这个连起来，这个就是一个以6为底的 以2为边的这样三角形。这个呢，也是一个以6为底，以2为边的。这个呢，以2为边，以4为底。Alright, okay. So think about all the formulas that we have for the circles inside. And plus, because it is a isosceles triangles, and don't forget, okay, 在上面做一个高这个就是把它平分，这一条一定要记住，对不对？因为这个是4，那这个是平分的，所以这个是2个 bisects of that one. Okay, I think these one are pretty easy, so we're not wasting our time on top of this. This one is also pretty easy. Let's take a look. Yeah, 答案已经出来了，算了，看一下吧。Okay, so let's take a look at this 11. Okay, a circle of a radius 1 is tangent to a circle of radius 2. Okay, 是2个圆在一个三角形里面。The sides of triangle ABC are tangent to the circle as shown. And the sides of AB and AC are congruent. What is the area of ABC? Take a look. Everybody, let's quickly take a look at this one. Okay. AO. 我在这里做一个 because they're tangent to each other, right? So we know that triangle AOD is similar to triangle AOEPA, DEPA, 对不对? Okay, so I can say AO to 1, which is the radius of the triangle O, equals AOEP to 2, right? AO equals what? AOEP, so this one equals what? Equals AO plus 1 plus 2, correct? Because this is a radius of 1, this is a radius of 2. So this one I can rewrite it as AO plus 3 over 2. So this one is very easy, so 2AO equals AO plus 3, so we can easily find out AO equals 3. Correct, everybody? Okay, so when you find out AO equals 3, so AD equals what? Very easy. AD equals 3 squared minus 1 squared square root. So AD equals 2 square root 2. Correct? Are we all clear here? If you don't understand, you can stop me. So nobody answered. Asked. I just keep going. Okay. So FC to 1 equals AF to AD. right? So we're making, because we know each of line of this one, and I know this triangle and the bigger triangle have the ratio. It's a similar triangles, right? So we can find out AF equals what? Equals AO plus OO and plus OF, 对不对 ？AO 我是知道的 ，OO 我也是知道的 ，OO 等于3，对不对 ？AO 也等于3，对不对？那也就是说我 OF 知道而已嘛，对不对 ？Correct, everybody? 那 OF 我也是知道的 ，OF 等于2，对不对 ？OF 是 radius triangle, sorry, circle O 一撇。So we have equals AD. This is correct. And AD, do we know it? Yes, we know it. It's just 2 and square root 2. So basically, FC over 1 equals 8 over 2 square root 2. So we have here is 4. And this one equals 2 and square root 2. So FC also equals 2 square root 2. So can you tell me BF, is it equals 2 and square root 2 as well? Yes. So altogether, it equals 4 square root 2. And the height is 8 and divided by 2. So the answer is 16 and square root 2. So the answer is D. Understood? June is C. June, now do you understand? Isaac? Iwan? 都明白了吗 Peter? 做2次全等腰三全等三similar triangle, okay? So now let's take a look at number 12. In the figure shown, ABC is a triangle with AB equals 28, BC equals 25, and AC equals 17. Circle O has a center of AB. Circle O has the center on AB. 这句话什么意思 DE are tangent to the point A. So OD is perpendicular AC and OE is perpendicular on BC. Okay. Find the distance from O to D. So we want to know this one. So everybody, I want you just to give you a hint, okay? When you know there's a triangle, they give you all 3 lines. Immediately, we need to use what? Parent formula. Get it? So this is something like pop up into your mind immediately. Triangle ABC equals square root S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C, right? Okay, when we have the parent formula, you're going to find that, right? And we know 30, so the S equals what? Equals a half, 17加25加28, equals what? This one is 42, so it's 70, so S equals 35. So basically the area of ABC is 35 times 35 minus 17 times 35 minus 25 and 35 minus 28 square root 2. All right, everybody? Okay, so area equals 210. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to connect it OD, OC, and OE. Okay, so triangle A equals what? Equals half of AC times OD plus half of BC times OE, right? 就等于这个三角形加上这个三角形。Okay, so we know 1/2乘以 so both what? Also equals 7 plus 25. You get these two because we all know OD equals OE, right? 对，这两个是不是都乘以 OD 乘以 OE 啊？那 OD 和圆形的半径 ，correct? So that's why we don't have to do OD and OE. We can just using AC, which is 17, and BC, which is 25 times what? Times the radius. You just pick one, OD or OE. But because the question is asking us to find out the distance from O to D, so that's why I'm using OD instead. So the equation is 210 equals half times 42 times OD. So OD equals what? OD equals 10. Using the equation, the Heron formula for once, and just using these two. Understand, Iwan? Oh, Iwan cannot hear me. Peter,
那个 OE 和 OD 它怎么合一块儿？
OE 和 OD 是相等的呀，因为 OD 和 OE 都是这个圆形的半径啊。
哦，
OK， 哦，艾文说他听懂了。Peter understand? OK。So let's take a look at the last one, okay? So triangle with the side length in the ratio of 5, 12, and 13. So everybody, when you see those number 5, 12, and 13, I know this question doesn't tell you this question is a right triangle, but you can look at those ones, it must be a right triangle, correct? 对吧？当你看到这个数字，你就知道 is inscribed a circle of radius of 13. What is the area of the triangle? 先大家自己就不用看了，对吧？因为它肯定是一个直角三角形，对不对？所以我们可以把这个 triangle 直接把它变成 5x, 12x, and 13x， 对不对？ The triangle is a right triangle, so hypotenuse is the median diameter of the circle, 对不对？ Okay, so that's 13x equals 2 times 13, so that's why x equals 2. So the area of the triangle immediately, you can just find out, is 24 times 10 divided by 2. Okay, so it's 240. Okay, so basically, I think there are a couple questions we are not going through. How about I send you? Yeah, I think it's just a couple questions we didn't go through. So I can just send you the couple questions and also the homework. And if you try to finish that before the Tuesday, but we also have the Thursday. I give you the part that we go through, and I give you a couple questions to try to figure out. And it's about like 13 questions, 15 questions. Is that okay? And the rest of the part we can finish on next Saturday, because Saturday is the time we do the geometry and Tuesday is the time we do the algebra. Okay? Is it okay? 好吧? Okay. OK， 好，那我等一下就把作业就直接发过来。哦，那个 Austin 要去上课了。OK, so June, that's it. So everybody, so Peter and Iwan, remember, I'm going to give you a full question as a demo question. That means they coming with the answer, and the other 16 questions will be your homework. Understood, June? 就4道题你要自己看一下，然后剩下16道题是作业，所以一共是20道题。Is it okay? So I think you have Monday, so everybody is okay. Okay, no problem, Ivan. Thank you very much. You're always the most polite one. Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you have a wonderful night. And today, without Pimpin, I think everybody is very quiet. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye-bye.
谢谢，拜拜。
Bye-bye.